welcome in this class again. And today we will discuss about this next subtopics of derivatives of different kinds of function. In this class we will discuss mainly derivatives of inverse trigonometric function, that means ITF. As you know that I have already told you many times, before starting chapter, try to remember all those formula which will be helpful for this chapter. That means mainly focus on inverse trigonometric function. Firstly, you have to write in particular page all these formula which will be very helpful for you. If you do not it, well, definitely will face during solving. First point. And second point, you have to also solve different problems that comes under this chapter, because when you will start to solve this chapter, you will face most when given function in more complicated form, that means in more complex form, you will get during simplification you need only concept of ITF. That means if you have a good command on an inverse trigonometric function, then it will be very easy for this chapter. And if you will, whenever you will have no command in this chapter, that means inverse trigonometric function, you will definitely face problem, and you will definitely go through the long way. And when you go through long way, definitely you will face any, that means definitely you will do any kind of mistake during solving. Now first of all I want to discuss about derivatives of how can you prove derivatives of formula of inverse trigonometric function. As you know that in the previous class I have already discussed, you can solve this, you can also yourself prove the derivatives of all trigonometric function by first principle or ab initio method, but I will discuss here alternative method. Sometimes in your examination when it has not mentioned, you have to solve this, you have to prove, you have to find derivative of sin inverse x, cos inverse x by other method, that means first principle or ab initio, but in general way it is not mentioned. If it is mentioned, then you have to proceed that way, or not you can solve that problem any methods. Any methods means that what? Any methods means that you can solve that problem by alternative method. Now I want to solve it. See here, first problem, y is equal to sin inverse x. As you know that in place here x belongs to -1 से 1 and sin inverse x, that means y belongs to -pi/2 to pi/2. This is your important point. Now you have to solve. How can you solve? That means you have to find derivative of sin inverse x. What is the way? You have to prove its formula. Its formula will be dy dx, that means derivative of sin inverse x with respect to x will be 1 upon root under 1 minus x square. Now I want to suggest how can you solve it. Using definition of inverse function, can you write sin y is equal to x? Can you write using the definition of inverse function, can you write sin y is equal to x? That implies that x is equal to sin y. Can you write? It is only possible when you write this condition. When this condition is not written, you can't write here. Now differentiating on both sides, don't write it. Differentiating on both sides. When you differentiate on both sides, you will get d sin y with respect to y, x will be derivative of x with respect to x. I think you understand. As you know that you can't differentiate sin y with respect to x. First of all, that's why you have to differentiate sin y with respect to x. Y again you have to differentiate y with respect to x, which will be 1. Derivative of sin y with respect to y will be cos y, and derivative of, and it will be dy dx, which will be 1. So derivative of which will be 1, and so dy dx will be what? 1 upon cos y, 1 upon cos y, 1 upon cos y. But as you know that y is completely expressed in terms of x, that's why its derivative will become also completely in terms of x. Now I want to write here, it is 1 upon cos y. How can you convert? Can you write here cos y is equal to 1 minus sin square y? Simple using trigonometric formula. Now 1 upon root under 1 minus sin square y. What is the value of sin square y? That means x. That means its value will be sin y is equal to what? X. So dy dx, that means derivative of sin inverse x will be 1 upon root under 1 minus x square. Again take next formula for you, cos inverse x. Its condition is same and its answer will be -1 upon root under -1 minus x square. Now I want to prove you. Here will be cos y. here will be cos y. After differentiating, there will be cos y and there will be minus. Sorry. When you differentiate, it will be minus sin y. And when it will go in right side, there will be minus sin y. Again, you have to write here derivative of that means sin y. Formula will be 1 minus cos square y, and its answer will be again x square. So its value will be minus 1 upon root under 1 minus square. That means both is same procedure. Simply I have taken here in place of sin x is equal to sin inverse x is equal to cos inverse x. Sorry, only condition has something in this thing. For cos inverse x, I have to take here this. I think you understand very well. Now, take next problem. Derivative of actually there is also other method through which you can solve derivative of cos inverse x is equal to minus 1 upon root over 1 plus x square. How can you solve? I want to again suggest you third method for it. That is second method. Sin cos I have completed. How can you solve here? Second method. As you know that sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to what? Pi by 2. When sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2, differentiating on both sides. In that case, you will get derivative of sin inverse x with respect to x plus derivative of cos inverse x with respect to x and derivative of pi by 2 with respect to x. As you know that derivative of pi by 2 is a constant, that's why its derivative will be 0. And derivative of sin inverse x with respect to x will be 1 upon root under 1 minus x square plus derivative of cos inverse x with respect to x, which will be 0. Now, when it will go in right side, it will be minus. So derivative of cos inverse x with respect to x will be what? Minus 1 upon root under 1 minus x square. This is your correct answer. Have you understood? Now, see your next question, that means question third. You can solve also this problem, but for simplification I want to take it. Y is equal to tan inverse x, and there is some condition. When it is defined, can you write tan x, tan y is equal to x? After this step, you can write differentiating on both sides. You will get derivative of tan y with respect to y. Firstly, take here derivative of tan y with respect to x with respect to again you have to differentiate here x. Now, derivative of tan y can't be differentiated with respect to x. That's why I want to differentiate this function with respect to firstly y. Again, you have to differentiate y with respect to x will be 1. Derivative of tan y will be sec square y into dy dx is equal to 1. So dy dx will be 1 upon sec square y. As you know that what is the formula of sec square y is equal to 1 plus tan square y. Can you write? And 1 upon 1 plus tan square y means that 1 plus x square. Have you understood? Now this is your formula. Suppose that there is given cot inverse x. In that case it becomes cot y. It becomes cot y. It becomes cot y. It becomes minus cosec square y. It becomes cosec square minus cosec square y. It becomes 1 plus cot square y. And it will be minus 1 plus x square. You can also go through this method, as you know that tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Differentiating on both sides, and you will get again similar question, similar answer. And the third question will be y is equal to sec inverse x. That means can you write sec x into sec y is equal to x? लिख लो यहाँ पर. When it is defined, sec y is equal to x, that implies that after differentiating on both sides, you will get derivative of sec y with respect to x is equal to derivative of x with respect to x. Can you differentiate sec y with respect to y? Firstly, again you have to differentiate derivative of y with respect to x, which will be 1. Now derivative of sec y with respect to y will be sec y into 10y into dy dx, which will be 1. Again write here dy dx is equal to 1 upon sec y into 10y. And you know that sec y is equal to sec y, and 10y can be written as root under sec y square y minus 1. Now 1 upon sec y, its value will be what? X. So I want to write x into root under x square minus 1. You will definitely tell me, sir, why do you change 10y into in terms of sec y? Because there is given sec y x equal to x. That's why I am always trying to convert into in that term which value will be in terms of x. Sec y and 10y is converted into sec square y. That means how will you get this formula? Simple. Sec square y minus 10 square y is equal to 1. If you take in right side, it will left side it will be sec square y minus 1 is equal to 10 square y. Sorry, you have to find 10 square y. Okay. This will be 10 square y. So 10y will be what? Root under sec square y minus 1. This is your formula. Again take next formula, that means cosec inverse x. In that case it becomes cosec y, it becomes cosec y, it becomes cosec y, it becomes minus cosec into cot y. When it will go in right side it will be as it. That means cosec y into cot y. Again right hand cosec, here right cosec, and this minus term, this is your answer. And you can also solve this problem minus, that means sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. And as you know the derivative of sec inverse x is equal to 1 upon x into root under x square minus 1. And that's why when will it go in right side, because the derivative of pi by 2 will be 0. So derivative of cosec inverse x is equal to minus 1 upon x into root under x square minus 1. Totally I think you understand very well, and in very short time I have discussed all different kinds of formula. Now I want to solve different kinds of problem for you. See here firstly. See here. First question is, that means question 16, in which it tells differentiate the following function with respect to x. Differentiate the following function with respect to x. It has given y is equal to sin inverse x upon a. And you have to differentiate this function. How can you differentiate? Here I will discuss two methods. First method, in which you have to differentiate directly. Directly means that you have to only use formula. And second method, try to convert in simplest form. Try to convert it in simplest form. See here. First method, see. dy dx is equal to d sin inverse x by a with respect to x. Can't be differentiated, so I want to write here sin inverse x upon a with respect to which function? X upon a. Again you have to differentiate x upon a with respect to x. Because a is a constant, I have already told you, whenever you will face other than x and y, everything will be constant. Derivative of sin inverse x upon y with respect to x upon y will be what? Suppose this is p. That means sin inverse p with respect to p will be 1 upon root under 1 minus p square. I have already discussed about such formula. So 1 upon x square upon a square into derivative of x upon a. As you know that 1 upon a is a constant, so derivative of x will be what? It is your final answer. Next will be, I think if you wish, I will give you second method also. Suppose that, why do we want to use second method? if you know very well about inverse trigonometric function, I want to simplify this function. I want to simplify this function. How? Let x is equal to sine theta, a sine theta. Suppose that x is equal to a sine theta. When we use x is equal to a sine theta, it will be y is equal to sine inverse a sine theta by a. A cancel and you will get sine inverse sine theta. And y is equal to what? Sine inverse sine theta is equal to what? Sine inverse sine theta is equal to what? Theta. Now, as you know that I have already supposed, oh, sorry, don't try to go this way because you will get again in final point when you simplify it, again you will get same point. So, it will be same. From this statement, as you know that x is equal to a sine theta, so sine theta is equal to what? X upon a. So theta is equal to what? Sin inverse x upon a. That means you will get again. Don't use this method. You can use here also, but this is not, because finally you will get again this method. But sometimes when you will face given function in more complex form, you will use as this method because this is very helpful for you, and I think you have already studied about it in your inverse trigonometric function. See your next question for you. Second, y is equal to cos inverse root under cos x. How can you differentiate? It is also very easy. You have to write here derivative of y with respect to x, that means derivative of cos inverse x, root under cos inverse x with respect to x. First of all, you have to differentiate cos inverse. In place of x, there is given this term. That means suppose that this is p. Again differentiate with respect to p. Again you have to differentiate this term with respect to which function? Cos x. Again you have to differentiate cos x with respect to which function? X. You will get minus 1 upon root under 1 minus x square. In place of x, there is given root under cos x. Cos x. That's why it will be minus 1 upon root under 1 minus x square into derivative of root under x with respect to cos x will be 1 upon 2 root under cos x into derivative of cos x with respect to x will be minus sin x. This is your minus minus plus. This is your final answer of this question. Again see next question. For next question, for you next question will be, this is your second. Now we will take next problem, that is third. In third question, y is equal to cos inverse 10x square. This is given. Now you have to differentiate. So firstly you have to differentiate with respect to x. You will get differentiating on both sides cos inverse 10x square with respect to which function x, but can't be differentiated on with respect to x. That's why I want to differentiate take cos inverse 10x square with respect to which function? Firstly 10x square. Again you have to differentiate 10x square with respect to which function? X square. Again you have to differentiate x square with respect to which function? X. Now write derivative of x square with respect to x will be 2x. Derivative of tan theta, this is theta. I want to write directly in standard form. Derivative of tan theta with respect to theta will be sec theta. Sorry, sec square theta. So it will be sec square theta. Derivative of cos inverse with respect to cos inverse p with respect to p will be 1 upon minus 1 upon root under 1 minus p square. That means 10 square x square. I think you understand very well. Next question will be 4. See here, question 4, there is no space. See here again, question 4. Y is equal to tan inverse sine root x. You have to differentiate on both sides. Differentiating on both sides, you will get dy dx is equal to derivative of tan inverse sine root x with respect to which function? X. Can't be differentiated. That's why I want to differentiate firstly tan inverse sine root x with respect to which function? In place of x, there is given sine root x. Firstly differentiate sine root x. Again you have to differentiate sine root x with respect to which function? Root x. Again you have to differentiate root x with respect to which function? X. Now, as you know, the derivative of tan inverse theta will be, or the tan inverse p will be, with respect to p, will be 1 upon 1 plus p square. In place of p will be sin root x square, so it will be sin square root x, into derivative of sin theta will be, with respect to theta will be cos theta, into derivative of root x with respect to x will be 1 upon 2 root x, which is your required answer. Sec inverse tan 2x. I think you understand. Next question here 5. Y is equal to sec inverse tan 2x. That implies that you have to differentiate on both sides. Dy dx is equal to d sec inverse tan 2x. Have you understood? Again, with respect to x. Now I want to express in standard form. How can you express here? Firstly, you have to differentiate sec inverse tan 2x with respect to which function? Tan 2x. If it is visual, I want to write here. Again, you have to differentiate tan 2x with respect to 2x, and again you have to differentiate 2x. Again, here you have to differentiate 2x with respect to x. As you know that sec inverse theta with respect to theta will be 1 upon x. That means sec inverse x. Suppose that this is p. Sec inverse p with respect to p will be 1 upon p. That means 1 upon p. 1 upon p. In place of p, there is equal to 2x. Tan 2x. 1 upon p into root under p square. That means tan square 2x. Tan square 2x minus 1 into derivative of tan 2x with respect to 2x will be sec square 2x. Derivative of 2x with respect to x will be 2, which is your correct answer. I think you understand very well again. Now again take next question for you, that means question 6. See here, question 6. In question 6, it has given y is equal to cos inverse a plus b cos x, a plus b cos x divided by b plus a cos x, b plus a cos x, b plus a cos x. Now you have to differentiate on both sides. It is also very simple, only there is some complexity, otherwise it is very easy. Differentiating on both sides directly with respect to x. Differentiating cos inverse a plus b cos x with respect divided by b plus a cos x with respect to x. As you know that can't be differentiated with respect to x. Suppose that this is p. So cos inverse be first differentiated with respect to p. It will be cos inverse a plus b cos x with divided by b plus a cos x with respect to which function? With respect to a plus b cos x divided by b plus a cos x. Again you have to differentiate a plus b cos x divided by b plus a cos x with respect to which function? X function. Now what is the derivative? Derivative of cos inverse p with respect to p will be minus 1 divided by root under minus 1 divided by root under p square. 1 minus p square. P square means that a plus b cos x divided by b plus a cos x whole square of both terms, whole terms. And now we have to simply simplify it using quotient rule of derivative. Take common b plus a cos x and differentiate this function, we will get minus b into sin x minus. Again take this term common, a plus b cos x, and differentiate this term with respect to x, you will get a minus a sin x divided by which function? Whole square of denominator. That means b plus a cos x whole square. This is your required answer of this question. You can simplify it as well. During after simplification, it will go in numerator and in one term, that means whole to the power 2 is reduced by 1. I think you understand very well. Now I want to take next question for you, that means question 7. See here, question 7. This is your question 7. In question 7, it has told you y is equal to tan inverse sec x plus tan x. Sec x plus tan x. How can you solve this problem? See here. you can solve this problem by two ways. First method I want to, you can solve by directly method. I have already told you how, because see here both method. dy dx is equal to derivative of tan inverse sec x plus tan x with respect to which function? X. As you know that can't be differentiated with respect to x directly. That's why I want to differentiate tan inverse x sec x plus tan x with respect to which function firstly? Sec x plus tan x. And again you have to differentiate sec x plus tan x with respect to which function? X. Now derivative of tan inverse, suppose that this is p, tan inverse p with respect to p will be 1 upon 1 plus p square, that means sec x plus tan x whole square into derivative of sec x will be what? Sec x into tan x plus derivative of tan inverse tan x will be what? Sec square x. This is your answer. And if you tell me, sir, is there any other method? I will definitely tell you, yes, there is also another method, and that will be very standard. And sometimes when you will solve a complex problem, more complicated, you can use this method always. First of all, sec x is equal to, can be written 1 upon cos x plus 1 sin x upon cos x. Sin x upon cos x. I think you understand like that. Now I want to tell you tan inverse 1 upon sin x. Can you write here? After taking LCM in a numerator, you will get 1 plus sin x. In place of 1, can you write here cos square x by 2 plus sin x square x by 2? In place of 1, after taking LCM in numerator, you will get 1 plus sin x. In place of 1, I want to write cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2. And in place of sin x, you will get, can you write 2 into sin x by 2 into cos x by 2? Using some multiple formula, because I have already, in class 11th, I have already discussed about it. Sin x equal to 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. Very important formula. Divided by, in numerator you will get cos x. When you simplify, that means when you add on both terms, you will get 1 plus sin x divided by cos x. In numerator, in place of 1, I have taken here cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2. And in place of sin x, I have written here 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. In denominator, here it is mentioned only cos x. Here it is mentioned only cos x. And as you know that cos x can be written as, here it is cos x. And as you know that cos x can be written as cos square x by 2 minus sin x by 2, sin square x by 2. Because I have already also told you about cos theta is equal to cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2. Now, I want to again write here tan inverse. Can you write in numerator cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 divided by, in denominator you will get cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 into cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. You will tell me, sir, it is very lengthy. But I always suggest this is not lengthy. When you will solve a more complicated problem you will face, you can't proceed using this concept. So I think you will definitely solve these kinds of problems in ITF. Now in its power will be 2 and 1 power will be reduced by this term. So it will be simply what? Cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. Can you write here? Cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. Can I write here? Now see here again. Tan inverse. It will be cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 divided by cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. Only remains 2 terms is given. Now we have to divide in numerator and denominator by cos x by 2. When you divide in numerator and denominator by cos x by 2, you will get 1 plus tan x by 2, 1 minus tan x by 2. I want to directly write here. And I will suggest you try to remember this fact directly. And as you know that, can you write here tan inverse 1 is equal to what? Can you write here pi by 4 plus, what is this? This is tan x by 2 divided by, what is this? 1 minus 10 pi by 4 into tan x by 2. Can you write here? Can you write here? See here, I have written here tan inverse 10 pi by 4 plus tan x by 2 divided by 1 minus 10 pi by 4 into tan x by 2 in a multiplication. Now you will tell me, sir, you have made this question very lengthy, but I will suggest when you will solve that problem by that procedure, you have to simplify again. Now you will get here tan inverse. What is the formula of this term? Tan pi by 4 minus x by 2. Pi by 4 minus x by 2. What? Tan plus tan pi by 4 plus x by 2 its formula will be 10 pi by 4 plus 10x by 2, 1 minus 10 pi by 4 into 10 by x by 2. Why have I taken here pi by 4? 10 pi by 4 because 10 pi by 4 is equal to 1. Now 10 inverse 10 theta is equal to 1. Pi by 4 plus x by 2. Now you can tell me, sir, what is it? So simplest form you get simply y is equal to pi by 4 plus x by 2. Now you have to simply differentiate on both sides. When you will differentiate on both sides, derivative of pi by 4 is equal to 0 and 1 by 2 can be taken as common, and derivative of x with respect to x will be 1. So its actual answer will be 1 by 2. Now you will tell, sir, how, in previous solved problem I have not got to 1 by 2. You will get definitely again 1 by 2. You have to simplify. Have you understood? So I will suggest you again, try to remember it. Sec x plus 10x. Sec x plus 10x is equal to, sometimes it is also written as 1 plus sin x divided by cos x. This is equal to 10 pi by 4 plus x by 4. Very important. And there is also second term, sec x minus 10x. It will be 1 minus sin x divided by cos x. And you will get here 10 pi by 4 minus x. Have you understood? You have to remember both results. Sometimes you will directly. Now I am tired totally. See here, I want to do this one problem again. See here, it is given y equal to sec 10 inverse x. How can you solve this problem? There is also two methods through which you can solve this problem. You will tell me how solve. See here, you have to directly differentiate. Sec theta with this. Firstly, you have to differentiate sec theta with respect to 10 inverse second, 10 inverse x with respect to x. In that case, you will get its answer will be sec. That means right. I want to solve this problem first method. Then again solve the second method. Dy dx is equal to derivative of sec 10 inverse x. Have you understood? 10 inverse x with respect to x. Now firstly differentiate sec 10 inverse x with respect to which function? 10 inverse x. Again you have to differentiate 10 inverse x with respect to x. As you know, derivative sec theta will be sec theta into tan theta into derivative of 10 inverse x with respect to x will be 1 upon 1 plus x square. And I think you know that 10 inverse x barabar what? X. So its answer will be x by 1 plus x square into sec 10 inverse x. This is your correct answer. There is also second method. Y is equal to sec tan root under x. Now can you write what is the formula of sec theta? Can you write sec theta is equal to, this is theta, this is theta, this is theta, this is theta. Sec theta is equal to root under 1 plus 10 square theta. Can you write? Now it will be what? Tan 1 plus 10 inverse x whole square. Tan inverse x is equal to x, so it will be x square. Now you have to differentiate. So you will get finally derivative of dy. Its derivative will be what? 2x by root under 2. That means 2 cancel. So it will be x upon root under 1 plus x square. Both answers will be same when you will simplify it. Have you understood? When you will simplify, both answers will be same. Don't worry by taking it. Now we'll take the next question for you. And I think this is your last question of this chapter. And I think you can solve yourself this problem. All these problems are very easy. Only calculation based.